Steve Irwin, the Crocodile Hunter's journey, reached a climactic point on September 4, 2006. While filming in the Great Barrier Reef, fate took an unexpected turn, delivering a devastating blow that would shock the world. In a chilling encounter with a short-tailed stingray, the most unthinkable tragedy unfolded, forever altering the course of history. Early life. Before we unveil the final chapter, let's take a step back and explore the early life of a man who would become a legend. Born on February 22, 1962 in Essendon, Victoria, Australia, Steve Irwin was captivated by the wonders of nature from a young age. Growing up in a family that ran a reptile park, his passion for wildlife flourished, setting the stage for his future endeavors. In his personal life, Steve Irwin married Terri Raines in 1992. Together, they had two children, daughter Bindi Sue Irwin, born in 1998, and son Robert Clarence Irwin, born in 2003. Steve's career took off with the television series The Crocodile Hunter, which premiered in 1996 and ran until 2007. Co-hosted by Steve and his wife Terri, the show became a global sensation, reaching over 500 million people in more than 130 countries. Steve's exuberant personality, khaki shorts, and catchphrase "Crikey" made him an international icon. Steve's presenting style and love for wildlife attracted audiences worldwide. His broad Australian accent and genuine enthusiasm captivated viewers as he fearlessly approached dangerous animals to educate and entertain. The series showcased Steve's deep knowledge and respect for reptiles, especially crocodiles, which he had grown up around. Alongside The Crocodile Hunter, Steve and Terri also co-hosted several other wildlife documentary series, including Croc Files from 1999 to 2001, The Crocodile Hunter Diaries from 2002 to 2006, and New Breed Vets in 2005. These shows further highlighted their dedication to wildlife conservation and education. In addition to their television work, Steve and Terri co-owned and operated Australia Zoo, which was founded by Steve's parents in Beerwah, Queensland. This zoo became a hub for wildlife conservation efforts and allowed visitors to experience various animals up close. It remains a thriving enterprise run by the Irwin family to this day. Steve Irwin's enthusiasm for wildlife extended beyond his television career. He was a passionate environmentalist and conservationist, dedicated to saving endangered species and their habitats. He founded the Steve Irwin Conservation Foundation, later renamed Wildlife Warriors Worldwide, to support these causes. Steve believed in the power of sharing the wonder of the natural world to inspire people's love and respect for it. His unique approach emphasized education and excitement rather than preaching, and he actively discouraged the support of illegal poaching and wildlife trade. He purchased significant tracts of land in Australia, Vanuatu, Fiji, and the United States, creating sanctuaries for wildlife. His influence on promoting considerate tourism and responsible environmental practices was profound. Steve Irwin's work and contributors earned him the admiration and respect from renowned naturalist Sir David Attenborough. Attenborough acknowledged Irwin's impact on introducing many people to the wonders of the natural world, highlighting his exceptional ability to communicate and inspire. The last hour. And now we arrive at the heart-pounding climax of Steve Irwin's life. On September 4, 2006, the world stood still as Steve Irwin embarked on what would be his last expedition. It was a day like any other, filled with anticipation and the thrill of encountering nature's most dangerous predators. The location was the Great Barrier Reef, a majestic ecosystem teeming with life. Joined by renowned environmentalist Philippe Cousteau Jr., Steve set out to film the documentary series Ocean's Deadliest, unaware of the unfathomable tragedy that awaited him. As the sun rose over the horizon, painting the sky with vibrant hues, Steve and Felipe prepared their equipment. Their excitement was immeasurable. Little did they know that this would be a day etched in history, a day that would test Steve's courage to the utmost limits. The expedition led Steve and Felipe to Bat Reef, a breathtaking stretch of the Great Barrier Reef near Port Douglas, Queensland. It was here, amidst the crystal-clear waters and vibrant coral formations, that a creature lurking beneath the surface would forever change the narrative. With cameras rolling and adrenaline coursing through their veins, Steve and Felipe boarded their vessel, ready to dive into the depth of the unknown. Their mission was to capture the awe-inspiring beauty and inherent dangers of the underwater world. Clad in his iconic khaki attire, Steve exuded confidence and fearlessness. He had faced countless perilous encounters before, but this day held an unforeseen darkness. An encounter with a creature he had spent his life studying but had never imagined would become his greatest adversary. As Steve and Felipe delved into the mesmerizing realm beneath the waves, they encountered a short-tailed stingray, a seemingly innocuous creature whose lethality was often underestimated. Little did they know that this would be a fatal encounter, one that would end Steve's remarkable journey. With caution and respect, Steve approached the stingray, his heart filled with wonder and curiosity. But in a split second that would reverberate through eternity, the stingray's barb struck, piercing Steve's chest with unimaginable force. The world stood still as Steve recoiled in pain, gasping for breath. The stinger had penetrated his thoracic wall, causing massive trauma. In that harrowing moment, a titan of the wild was brought to his knees, his life hanging in the balance. The crew, paralyzed by shock, sprang into action, their minds racing to save their beloved friend and colleague. Every second counted as they battled to stabilize Steve's rapidly deteriorating condition, desperate to keep the flame of hope alive. Emergency medical procedures were swiftly implemented, as those who had shared countless adventures with Steve fought to keep him alive. Yet the grim reality loomed large. The man who had fearlessly stared death in the face had encountered an adversary he could not conquer. The aftermath. News of Steve Irwin's tragic fate spread like wildfire, engulfing the world in shock and grief. Fans, the media, governments, and nonprofit organizations mourned the loss of a true champion for wildlife conservation, whose infectious spirit had touched their lives. On September 9, 2006, a private funeral service was held to bid farewell to Steve Irwin. Friends, family, and close colleagues gathered to honor his extraordinary life and mourn the loss of a man who had touched so many. Amidst the solemnity, tears, and shared memories, the world said goodbye to an irreplaceable force for conservation. Steve was laid to rest in a private ceremony at Australia Zoo, the very place he had poured his heart and soul into. Surrounded by the creatures he had dedicated his life to protecting, his final resting place became a symbol of his enduring legacy. On September 30, 2006, a public memorial service was held at Australia Zoo's Crocodile, a venue that had witnessed Steve's electrifying performances. The 5,500-seat arena overflowed with mourners from around the world, while millions more watched the live broadcast. It was a testament to the profound impact Steve Irwin had made on people's lives. Emotional speeches from friends, family, and colleagues captured the essence of Steve's spirit. The atmosphere was filled with both sorrow and celebration as stories were shared, anecdotes told, and tributes paid. Musical performances and displays of wildlife showcased Steve's unwavering love for the natural world. From heartfelt tributes to candlelit vigils, the outpouring of love and support from around the globe was overwhelming. Though Steve's physical presence was no longer with us, his legacy endured. Terri Irwin, along with her children, Bindi and Robert, carried the torch forward, embracing their roles as passionate conservationists. Through Australia Zoo, the Steve Irwin Wildlife Reserve, and various initiatives, they ensured that Steve's mission to protect wildlife would thrive. From carrying out research and conservation projects to hosting educational programs, the Irwin family remained steadfast in their commitment to preserving our planet's biodiversity. They brought Steve's infectious enthusiasm to new audiences, inspiring the next generation of wildlife warriors. Following Steve's passion, numerous parks, zoos, streets, and even an asteroid and a snail species were named in his honor. The vessel, My Steve Irwin, pays tribute to his conservation efforts. As we reflect on the final hour of Steve Irwin's remarkable life, we are reminded of the immense risks undertaken in the pursuit of protecting and understanding the natural world. Exhausted but exhilarated, Steve stood amidst the echoes of his extraordinary adventures. The last hour had been a roller coaster of danger, pushing the boundaries of what was humanly possible. Yet it was in these moments of uncertainty that Steve's passion burned brightest. Thanks for watching, and so we bid farewell to the legendary crocodile hunter Steve Irwin. Though tragedy cut short his journey, his legacy continues to inspire a new generation to embrace the wonders of nature. and his legacy serves as a testament to the indomitable human spirit and the unwavering dedication to protecting and conserving the natural world.